Good morning, and should be a little lighter, but that's all good. I think you can see me, right? Part of my YouTube channel, and excuse me as I'm driving here, just act like you're sitting next to me in the car. We're gonna have a little powwow. But part of my YouTube channel will be discussing dating, because as single moms, you know, there comes a time where, you know, you'll feel ready to get back out there and give love a try again. And you may even feel that it's necessary, you know, because most people do not have the gift of singleness, and that just means that, you know, we have that desire to be partnered. All right. Now, if you're anything like me, I came out of a divorce. So I spent a whole decade off the market. So once I came back into the market, the environment was very different. But it was kind of like I hadn't evolved with that time because I was out of the mix. I was out of the mix. And if you have been in a long-term relationship and you took the time to do your work, hopefully to heal yourself, and now you're feeling ready to get back out there, you really have to know what it's hitting for. You really have to know what it's hitting for out here, ladies, because it is not all sweet. You know, certain things, they aren't impossible to find. It's not that you can't find them, just a lot of people are on some BS nowadays. Yes, there are a lot more frogs in the ocean than there used to be. And that's just a fact. You know, people, sometimes they get worse with as time goes, as civilization continues. And I'm thinking that's because, you know, more broken people are being created, and hurt people hurt people. And with higher divorce rates, less family structure, less unity, you know, it's creating people with lower moral compasses. And the result is going to be more cheaters, more liars, more game players, more manipulators. And this is what you have to watch out for. You know, a guy could see you and try to play off your any type of vulnerability that you might have. He might feel like, okay, this chick is divorced, I'm gonna play off of that. You know, try to be your knight in shining armor, and it's all a front. Take nobody at face value. So that's one piece of advice. Take nobody at face value. And never be desperate. If you're feeling desperate for a person right now, for a man, for a relationship, that is an indicator that you need some work on yourself. Because you should not be feeling desperate. A healthy person is not desperate for anyone, okay? So that's just something to think about. You're just dying of loneliness, and you just, you know, you just need this other person. That's an indication that you may need to evaluate some things. And there's nothing wrong with wanting, but I'm talking about just needing it and feeling like your life is broken without it and all these things. Because if you're not in a relationship right now, it's just not your time. But if you have a healthy, full life and many things to focus on, you know, it takes away that devastation when you're just only zeroing in on that, okay? But I'm telling you, ladies, I went all the way around the world, but the real message that I wanted to get to today is you gotta throw some of them fishes back. All right, you definitely gotta keep your standards and command respect, and see those early signs of a toxic person so that you don't attach yourself to a situation that isn't serving you. All right, but it kind of sort of, you know, it ties in, because if you're feeling desperate, you'll be most likely to accept less than, and accept disrespect, make excuses for the other person. All right, but sometimes you gotta throw them back. And you know, also, just because you're in a healthy place doesn't mean that you won't still attract unhealthy people. I attract unhealthy people. You know, it's a lot of this new wave stuff that I'll be debunking, but it'll say you only attract what you are. That is BS. If you're a beautiful person with much to offer, everybody's going to want a piece of you, whether they are good or bad for you. They're going to try. They're going to try. Okay? But you got to toss them back. When you're in a healthy place, you'll be able to see their motives quicker. You'll be able to take your time with them and you'll fill that out in your discernment, and you'll actually listen to it. But don't be afraid to toss it back. There are billions of people on the planet. You will find somebody else. You do not have to accept somebody's BS or less than. I'm giving you a prime example. Some guy was messaging me off of a website, okay? And he was like, he was being really needy acting. So that was the first red flag to me, because he was messaging me so much. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right. He was like, I'm trying to see you. I'm trying to see you. I'm like, all right, so you want to take me out, you know? And he says, well, my money's kind of funny, but I thought I would be cooking for you. I said, how about you get your money right before you try to approach a woman that you can't even afford to take out on a date? How about you afford to be able to date before you try dating? I'm sorry, I won't bother you no more. He tried that. He tried that, and they will try that, because everybody wants that discount most of the time. You know, even if that diamond is worth $1 million, if they can get it for $1, you don't think they're gonna take it, pay for that? Yeah, I'll take the $1. They might even try to see if they can bring it down from that. So watch out, ladies. You've really got to know your worth. Don't be desperate for people. Don't be afraid to toss them back. Don't be, you know, set your boundaries and enforce that. And if they get out of line, off with their heads. You don't need that. The person that's really for you ain't gonna treat you that way. So you really have to, sometimes you just got to be patient with the dating process nowadays, and it may take time to get what you really deserve. Okay? But have that patience. Don't settle. Do not settle, because what will end up in divorced again, or end up in a toxic situation. All right? But, you know, it's possible. There are good people out here. There are good men out here. You just got to be patient, all right? So, I'll talk to you guys later.